Hey guys, Jacob with Jacob Comics. All right, we got some crazy stuff in this video. You guys are gonna see how we're gonna go from this uh, to from a comic in a slab to this, and the book in the press. And I think it's gonna be a fun video. I'm really curious what do you guys think about it. Yeah. So as always, we have our 500 subscriber giveaway. And when we hit 500 subscribers, we'll be giving this book away. It's a Silver Cerberus #1. All you have to do is like, comment, and be subscribed to the channel, and that'll give you a chance to the win. Now, when we hit 500, we'll be raffling the book off, and I'll put a video up to notify the winner. So yeah, guys, hit the bell icon if you want to be notified, and if you win. And yeah, I'm really curious to, if you guys like this video, definitely comment below. It'll enter you to win. And I'm super curious if you guys like this kind of content or not. All right, guys, cue the video. Hi guys, Jacob with Jacob Comics. All right, today we have a special episode. One of the first times I've shown you guys some behind the scenes of my pressing and stuff. And so this is one of the first books I pressed. When I first pressed this Wolverine one, I was kind of still really nervous, and I only pressed it once. And I kind of think I got a really harsh grade, to be honest with you guys. And I have actually done CPR in a couple other books, just haven't shown anybody. So we're gonna do CPR on this guy, and we're gonna show you guys the process. All right. So we got a Wolverine 8.5, and the process is basically to take it and kind of spin it until you hear it click. And you'll hear it click, you kind of see a little corner break, right? I always do this on the top of the slab. That way I'm as far away from the book as I can be with the little tool to kind of just reach in there. You completely pop the corners. And then once you got the corners completely popped, you can go ahead and pull out the old grade there that we're hoping to get this book in the 9s, guys. All right, and so once you got it kind of open like this, you'll see that the book is in a nice kind of mylar almost, and you can just very carefully slide it out. All right, guys, so there you go. And yeah, it's a little scary, but that is the process. So you've got it out of the slab, and now it's in this mylar, guys. And now we're gonna venture into the bedroom for the rest of the CPR here. And so what I'm kind of gonna do is just tap the book down a little bit. Make sure that it's as far away from the top here as I can get it. I'm gonna kind of get over here in heavy light so that I'm very sure I'm not cutting the book. Now you can do this with a razor blade, but I've found that with scissors here, you can stay relatively farther away from the book, and I just feel like I'm going to be more precise with the scissors, if that makes any sense. And just checking here to make sure that I got all the little bits and I got close enough. Yeah, should be close enough there. And then again, kind of just tap the book, little love taps, get it as far away from this edge as you can. Like I said, this is probably the most dangerous part of the whole entire process, is getting everything cut away from this book. Now it seemed as though it wasn't quite close enough there. Okay. So I am down at the bottom. like I said, I'd like to stay as much away from the book as I possibly can with this part of it. So if I have to go back and snip off a little more, that's fine. But that way I know I'm not cutting the book, right? This should be good. I'm going to test it and see. Just gonna tap it a little more away from there. Got a little part that's just still wanting to be held together. I feel like I felt that go there. Right now that we've got a whole side out, just gonna go ahead and ever so carefully get the book on out of there. Alright, we're just gonna get all this stuff away, scissors away, pick it up later, and then very carefully. Now, you guys have probably seen pressing before, but what you want to do is you want to find the staple here. And there we go, there's the center. As you can see, I've kind of got some of my stuff already ready. So in goes the heavy backer board into the center. Now I'm going to be pressing the back first. I'm actually going to spend about 3 days pressing this book just to give it its best chance. So since I'm pressing the back first, I'm going to go ahead and put the front cover piece in first. And if you'll see here, what I'm using is actually 2 pages of paper. Just, you know, plain old paper that you would use in your printer, you know, you want bleach proof paper, or non-bleach, right? And here's the back one we have. And one of the reasons I'm crack pressing this is some of the grader's notes are just stuff that I know I can fix now, and I'm not as scared as I used to be to mess with high value books. So what I'm doing is I'm starting the heat on the guy right here. And he's going to go up to 140, and then we're turning on the humidification right here. Now I've already washed my hands and everything before I started any of this, like washed my hands right away before I started any of this. So we've got that's kind of heating up. So it doesn't take too long here, guys. The process is not, as you're gonna see, it's pretty quick when you when you know what you're doing. In fact, the longest part of the process here is sometimes just waiting for these to start to heat up. As you can hear, it is starting to heat up. And then I'm just going to very carefully, just back and forth. Obviously we've got distilled water in here in this humidification machine. You know, you can kind of use any sort of humidification device. As long as you use distilled water, guys, it's going to be just fine. I tend to like this one because I can put a lot of distilled water in there, and it just works really good. It's got a nice thick moisture, or a nice thick kind of spray coming out, and I can just kind of back and forth until I see the book is where I want it. And that's about it. The book's where I want it. You don't want too much. And we're going to come over here. We're just going to very carefully set her down. And if you guys are curious about what kind of layers are going on here, so this is some parchment paper, And on the bottom and the top, it's exactly the same. I'm just using a Golden Age backing board with the shiny side down and shiny side up. So the shiny side facing the comic book, but with this parchment paper here like that. And then I've got another metal sheet just as big as that metal sheet. And we very carefully set her in there. And I already have my tension preset. So tension goes down. And we leave this on for 5 minutes. And then once the 5 minutes is over, turn it off, and you leave it in there for 24 hours to 48 hours, depending on what you're trying to do. First off, I'm going to leave this book on the back for 24, and then I'm going to go ahead and flip it over to the front for 48, and then I'm going to hope that it's done. We're going to pull it out at that point and see if everything's real beautiful, and if it's not, then it's kind of a rinse repeat process, right? If I pull it out from the back and the back still doesn't look good, then I'm going to go ahead and redo the back again for another 24 until I get the back looking the way I want. And the same with the front. This one I can kind of tell from the bends and stuff that I see on the front cover and the back, since I did press it before, and just, you know, it was one of the early books I pressed, guys. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to get everything out with the 24-hour flip to a 48-hour. We'll see though, and we'll keep you guys updated. And this book should be going to the next submission, so in a month's time or so, we should have it back and see you know, see if I bump the grade from 8.5. All right, guys, that's what I have today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow, and have a great day.